Hi, this is Melanie for Pardesi Reviews, and I'm here to do a film review of the Malayalam film Ambili starring Soubin Shahir. If you're new to Pardesi Reviews, I do film reviews and trailer reactions of Malayalam, Tamil, Telugu, and Hindi cinema. This film, Ambili, the teaser trailer had Soubin Shahir doing this crazy dance. And the song is a sensation, and the teaser was just amazing. It gave you the idea that his character was completely quirky, but we didn't really know anything. And he wore this stocking cap, and he did this crazy dance. You could see this whole village was, all these people were around him. But that's it. That's all we really knew. I didn't know anything going in. The name Ambili means moon or moonlight, which took on meaning as I got further in the film and I realized what Soubin's character Ambili was really about. Ambili is childlike. He may be mentally challenged. We're not really sure. At one point it may be that he had a traumatic event in his life because he's an orphan. His father was an army officer who died in Kashmir. And so he lives in this village in Kerala where people both love him and take advantage of him and use him. Kind of has an interesting relationship with everybody in the town. He was talking on Skype to a woman played by Tanvi. I think this is her debut film. I really liked her character. I thought at first that she was his sister, but she's not. She's a childhood friend who he loves. And then he has a childhood friend who has become a cycling champion sensation, and that's Bobby, played by Naveen Nazim in his film debut. Soubin Shahir is an actor that I've come to really love. He is a really good director, films like Parva, but also he's played such interesting supporting characters in a lot of films, Malayalam films that I've seen. And then with films like Sudani from Nigeria and then Kamalangi Nights, he's just really getting a chance to play more of a lead character. And I thought he did a great job. He could have been cringeworthy or whatever, but his just natural optimism, natural way of making friends, and just having an impact on everyone with his kindness and his generosity and his sunny disposition. It's just infectious. But the one person who is resisting to that is Bobby. Soubin's character Ambili creates this hero's welcome party, and Bobby is kind of standoffish and arrogant and embarrassed to be around Ambili, and kind of sends him off on an errand, and it was just really dismissive. Bobby has declared that he's going on this journey, a solo bike trek all the way from Kerala to Kashmir, to where he was a child with Ambili's character and his sister. And suddenly he finds himself with someone tagging along, and that's Ambili. The story, especially in the second half, is really their journey in getting over Bobby's resistance to the fact that his sister loves Ambili. It was a film, I didn't know where it was going. This is the same director, Johnpaul George, who did the film Guppy, which I haven't seen, but everyone's urging me to see it, that it's a really good film. It's a travelogue. We're seeing all this beautiful, gorgeous scenery as they trek on bike through all of these different regions of India, stopping in Goa and so forth on their way up to the mountains in Kashmir. I think his name Ambili is partially because I think of the moon as being a satellite that's always going around and you can't escape it. Like, it's always there. And like a child thinks the moon is following me. When you see the moon in the sky, the moon's following me. It's following me. And that's kind of like Bobby. Like, he can't escape Ambili. Can't escape his love because Ambili loves Bobby almost like no one else. This is not a traditional love story. There is a love story in it with the Tina character, but it's really about friendship and found family when you don't have your biological family and the family that you have to create. I mostly really enjoyed this film. I had one quibble in that the subtitles were mostly really good, but the last important part that was a voiceover, just before the credits began, Bobby's saying something and there were no subtitles for it. Unfortunately, there were some people that I had talked to before the movie and I was able to ask them, what did they say? So that was really frustrating for me as an outsider to leave the last clincher part and not have subtitles. The other frustrating thing, I thought Soubin was excellent. I thought pretty much almost everyone in all their small parts was very good. There were some child actors that were just adorable. They were really adorable. I mean, Soubin's character is so childlike. He loves playing cricket with all the neighborhood children. And they're some of them are real little characters. So kudos to the casting director who found these gems of little child actors. Anyway, to me, you have Soubin's being so great, and this was Naveen's first film, and I just felt like he didn't bring enough presence to his role. It's not that the way it was written, I just felt like another actor could have made you feel like there were layers to what he was feeling. However, part of the script was, I kept wondering, why was he so standoffish? Why was he resistant to Ambili being his friend? Like, just exploring it a little bit more. However, I have 3 young men myself as sons, and I do understand that there's a period of being really selfish, and then you kind of grow into having empathy for other people. But I felt like there could have been more there that was explored, and instead, I don't know, we just got like scenes of Naveen being hot and getting off his bike and, taking a big swig of water, and I don't know, there just wasn't a lot of there to his part, and also the way that he played it. And then you have the contrast with Soubin being so great, just in every moment being so great on screen. I don't know. The script, though, is very touching. I thought the ending was beautiful. It made me cry. And I highly urge you to see this film. Even with its flaws, I think it's really a worthwhile film to see. It's playing only in one theater here in Chicago, but I know it's been playing in Kerala for a little while, so I really urge you to try to catch it in theaters. Let me know what you thought about this film. I didn't want to give too many spoilers. I kind of feel like I already did, but I just wanted to give you a flavor of what it was about so you would know a little bit what to expect and what not to expect, because I wasn't disappointed that there wasn't more of a traditional love story. That's not the kind of film that it was. I thought it was beautiful, especially enjoyed the cinematography of all the different regions that they go through in India, and it was wonderful. I also thought the songs were really good. They weren't always translated in the subtitles word for word. Sometimes there were dialogues or things that was going over, but what was translated I found really pertinent to the story and really beautiful. But I did enjoy the songs. But the biggest song is that moment that we saw in the teaser trailer. What a song. I love that one the best. Please do follow me on Twitter at PardesiYT. Subscribe here to Pardesi Reviews. And if you hit the bell when you subscribe, then you'll never miss a film review or trailer reaction.